Kanye West is back in the headlines. Again, his unpredictable outbursts raising eyebrows across the internet. Is Kanye spiraling in real time or playing the ultimate PR game? In this video, we're breaking down his most recent moments, from controversial tweets to over-the-top public rants, and digging into whether this is a genuine meltdown or a calculated spotlight grab. Before we unpack the headlines, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're always first in line for our celebrity deep dives. Let's separate the chaos from the strategy. While his erratic behavior looks bad on the surface, some insiders argue it's a master stroke of attention control. We've gathered timelines, patterns, and expert perspectives to find the truth behind the theatrics. The pattern of controversial behavior. Kanye's 2025 controversies began in February with anti-Semitic comments on Twitter, where he praised Hitler and defended Sean Diddy Combs from sexual abuse allegations. What made this particularly concerning was his initial claim that the rant was a social experiment, only to later retract this statement and reaffirm his views. This pattern of outrageous statements, followed by half-hearted explanations, has become a recurring theme. In April, West returned to X after a brief absence and immediately attacked former friends Jay-Z and Bianca's children, questioning their mental capacity. The cruelty and targeting of children crossed a line that even his supporters found difficult to defend. These weren't random outbursts. They were calculated attacks on specific individuals, suggesting a level of premeditation that complicates the narrative of uncontrollable mental health episodes. The timing of these outbursts also raises questions. They often coincide with periods when West isn't in the headlines for his music or fashion ventures, suggesting a possible strategy to maintain public attention through controversy when creative output isn't generating buzz. The mental health defense. In February 2025, West announced he had been diagnosed with autism, contradicting his previous bipolar disorder diagnosis. This revelation came amid his most controversial period, leading many to wonder whether the timing was coincidental or strategic. Mental health advocates have pointed out that while autism can explain certain behaviors, it doesn't excuse hate speech or deliberate harm to others. Critics argue that empathy for West's mental health struggles doesn't justify excusing harmful content. This perspective highlights a crucial distinction: understanding someone's mental health challenges while still holding them accountable for their actions. West's inner circle has reportedly observed signs of distress, anticipating potential meltdowns reminiscent of his previous manic episodes. But this raises questions about why preventive measures aren't being taken. The mental health explanation becomes more complex when examining West's ability to function in other areas of his life. He continues to run business ventures, make strategic decisions, and maintain relationships, suggesting that his outbursts may be more selective than they appear. The business of controversy. West's promotion of a swastika emblazoned Yeezy shirt during a Super Bowl ad was so blatantly anti-Semitic that even die-hard supporters stepped back. However, this act also garnered significant media coverage, exactly what a struggling brand might need to stay relevant. The fact that he chose one of the most watched television events of the year to make this statement suggests careful timing rather than impulsive behavior. Following his series of homophobic and anti-Semitic rants, West was dropped by his talent agency, joining a long list of companies that have severed ties with him. Yet, each controversy seems to generate enough attention to potentially offset some of these losses through increased merchandise sales from his remaining fan base. West's ability to monetize controversy has been evident throughout his career. His outbursts often precede album releases or business announcements, creating a cycle where negative attention translates into commercial interest. This pattern suggests that at least some of his behavior may be calculated rather than purely symptomatic of mental health issues. The social media strategy. West has questioned how someone he describes as the best living artist could be blocked from mainstream platforms, suggesting he was being penalized for being ahead of his time. This perspective indicates that West views his professional setbacks as the result of external factors rather than personal conduct, a narrative that fits well with the idea of manufactured martyrdom for publicity. His social media usage shows a pattern of escalation designed to maximize engagement. Posts start relatively mild and gradually become more inflammatory until they reach a breaking point, generating maximum coverage before he either retreats or claims misunderstanding. This calculated escalation suggests a level of strategic thinking inconsistent with purely impulsive mental health episodes. The platform choices also matter. West tends to use platforms where his content will generate the most controversy and coverage, rather than seeking help or support through appropriate channels. This focus on public spectacle over private healing suggests publicity may be a primary motivation. The enablement factor. West made a rare public appearance at the 2025 Grammy Awards with his wife Bianca Censori, following years of assault allegations, lawsuits, and discriminatory online rants. The fact that he continues to receive invitations to high-profile events and maintain a platform suggests that the entertainment industry's response to his behavior remains inconsistent. This enablement extends to his personal circle, where those around him continue to support and facilitate his public appearances, despite knowing the potential consequences. If his outbursts were genuinely uncontrollable mental health episodes, one would expect his support system to prioritize getting him help, rather than enabling his continued public presence. The media's role in amplifying his every word also contributes to the cycle. Each outburst generates clicks and engagement, creating a financial incentive for continued coverage that may encourage more controversial behavior. The verdict: a complex reality. The truth about Kanye West's 2025 outbursts likely lies somewhere between genuine mental health struggles and calculated publicity stunts. While his documented mental health challenges are real and deserve compassion, the strategic timing, selective targeting, and business implications of his controversies suggest that publicity considerations play a significant role. What's most concerning is how the mental health narrative has become a shield that allows harmful behavior to continue unchecked. Whether driven by mental illness, publicity seeking, or both, the impact on his targets in society remains the same. The challenge lies in providing appropriate support for mental health issues while maintaining accountability for harmful actions. So what's the verdict? Is Kanye truly unraveling, or pulling another one of his infamous PR moves? The answer might be somewhere in the blur between mental health struggles and media strategy. But one thing's clear: every outburst is shaping his narrative. If this video gave you clarity, smash that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more nuanced looks at celebrity behavior you won't find elsewhere. And don't forget to tap that notification bell, because with Kanye, the story is never really over. Until next time, stay vigilant, stay informed, and keep watching the signal through the noise.